So you came, I'm...
That's what she said!
Alright, woman, cough up the din-dins.
Are you stupid? Like, are you...
Din-dins, please!
Man, I can't believe that didn't work. I guess games haven't taught me much about women at all. But what if... Yes.
Games are weird. That bitch got helicopter titty. Before the era of mass shipping violent, realistic shooters to 10-year-olds, the games industry had the potential to confuse and intrigue buyers with new IPs that, frankly, I think we see far less of. Shout out to the indie scene for keeping it real. Now, excuse me while I purchase some AAA titles for my modern gaming console. What the fuck is this? Riviera: The Promised Land was developed by Sting. Never heard of them? Dude, come on, I expected better from you. They famously developed the Department Heaven series of games. Episode 1, Riviera. Episode 2, Yggdra Union. Episode 4, Nights in the Nightmare. Oh, that's funny, man. And episode 9, Gungnir. What happened to 3, 5, 6, 7, 8? What?
Again, as always, Flame Japan.
I know, you're probably thinking, KBash, why is this trash on my screen? Well, Riviera is something special. It's a turn-based fantasy RPG, yes, but have you ever played a
harem anime Dungeons and Dragons RPG dating sim?
And did I mention the
new teenagers?
As CGR Undertow says, in Riviera,
you play as In.
Would you like to try that one more time? Ein is a Grim Angel. So's this guy with a little cravat. Grim Angels are basically distributors of the god's justice, so they do this a lot.
Feel the true power of my diviner.
But they have to give something up to become Grim Angels. Ein lost his wings, which is a suspiciously good plot device to let him hang out with normal people. Lada, or Prissy Boy Bitch Tits here, won't tell us, because there are more important matters at hand. Like straightening my fucking cravat. Sorry, I'm not getting over this. The old GBA and WonderSwan versions didn't have voices, but the PSP version does. And would you believe it? The voice acting ranges from decent...
Something's wrong. Grim angels, servants of the gods. Hector!
To,
Oh, Ein! You're okay! I was so worried about you! Huh? Who am I? You forgot? All those nights we spent together!
So you ever been starting out in a game and some character tells you to press, like, the A button to do something, totally breaking the suspension of disbelief? Yeah, that's how Riviera did it. But we're nitpicking. You know, the intro stage is set up so that you suck and Lada can't die. Literally, I made it to the end, got to the boss, Ein died, and Lada just smacked him until death, barely taking a scratch. Gameplay. And now it's time for JRPG Story Forecast time.
Today we'll see an introduction to major villains and heroes, followed by a brief hint of we started as the bad guys, and continuing onward with a call to action sprinkled with some good-natured allies and a cliche bout of amnesia. Also, the world is ending.
Bad!
So Ein wakes up in Elendia, a happy town of whimsical beings called sprites. They're basically humans. Apparently Ein fell out of the sky and these two necromantic eldritch witches patched his bloody splattered remains together with a little body ointment.
My clothes?
I didn't peek. I didn't see anything.
Everything.
Sweet, free bread.
Just a little free bread, you know? Just it's a little bread. Just a little free bread. Elendia is very diverse. There's fairies, harpies, hobbits, gnomes, dryads, furry things, and... Mute. Mute is an undine, or mermaid. She can't talk. Hey fairy, isn't that a little insensitive? That's just her name, don't look at me. Right, hey, there's Deaf, the kid who can't hear. Hey Deaf, over here. Oh right, he can't hear me. That isn't... Oh, no, you're right, she must have told you her name. Otherwise, Elendia is a remarkably tolerant paradise. Shame one of the gods wants to reap the souls of the mortals to summon and fuse with a demon to become all-powerful. Spoilers. Now, Ein eventually ends up tagging along with his saviors, or necromancer masters, to investigate the demons that have been sighted in a nearby village. And that's the start of one of the slowest, most obnoxious RPGs ever conceived by man. New gameplay features. Whoa! Walk through screens and reused backgrounds. Enjoy badass combat. Totally radical exploration system, bro. Yeah, you walk through screens, usually fighting once in a while. When you fight, you earn points, depending on how well you do, and spend those points exploring. Wow, that sounds like a really interactive way to marry different modes of gameplay. I'm impressed. Well, let's try it out. We'll spend our precious point on this patch of grass. The tutorial stage teaches you this early on, but only some exploration points actually reward you, while others are complete wastes. And oftentimes similar points will have the exact same text. What a joke. So you might think the keen adventurer would be able to estimate which points have rewards and which don't, which is only half true. Some of the exploration points are obvious, like this chained up sword, this sword in the ground, this other thing. And sometimes you'll explore nothing and get a big stat boost to every member of your party or some other awesome reward. And sometimes you'll just waste your points, and it really feels like there's no way to know. What really makes this annoying is that points are limited, and you can straight up permanently miss all kinds of items and treasure because you wasted your points, didn't guess where the hidden treasure was, or better yet, you flubbed a skill test. Skill tests are frequent, and it'll have you mashing down a button X number of times, inputting buttons to a rhythm, tapping out a code, and if you make a single error, the chest you wanted to open for valuable items just explodes. Every chest is trapped. Legit, halfway through the game, every chest is trapped. Oh no, it's a great idea. It'd be great in Zelda too. Exploring is also very fun, right? When you're just walking through 20 screens and you run into a dragon who gets mad and just blows you away, setting you back 5 minutes. Oh my god! So Ein and his friends find another girl, fight what they don't yet know is a grim angel, and Ein still has amnesia. We fight a boss, and the fairy goddess who saved Ein cures his amnesia. Great, I remember everything! Now to actuate the retribution, killing all the sprites in the name of the gods! I mean,
Sweet, free bread.
That's our Ein.
oh yes, they're Ein indeed. In the middle of the next level, you'll get the last party member. So now, I present to you, the girls. Welcome to Choose Your Waifu. This dating sim RPG offers 5 fabulous females to choose from. Jesus Christ, this is barbaric. There's Fia, the sweet and responsible fencer who acts as the party's healer. Next is Lena, Fia's sister and resident jailbait archer who refers to herself in third person. Then we have Serene, scythe-wielding maniac whose entire race of bat-winged freaks was slaughtered. Sierra, the mage of the party, is more experienced than the others, but she makes a real splash in combat. Last but not least, Bestiality. You can date the cat. I choose Sierra because she's got burning hot, absolutely massive damage. Holy shit, dude. Also, she's the only adult in the party. Speaks for itself. You know, I hate the idea that everyone just automatically loves Ein because he's the only party member with a penis. But goddamn, they love him. They blush over every single compliment. They give him constant support. They fight over their weights to impress him. No, I'm not even kidding. Look.
1. What's wrong, you two? Oh, it's nothing.
They even give him bread. It's disgusting. Have some shame, you red-legged harpies. And Ein is such a shitty protagonist. He's got no spice. See this rack? Spice. Ein, no spice. He just says the most neutral things or compliments the girls, and when you have the chance to be offensive, the game plays it off like he didn't mean it. He's like a bottle of water, an inoffensive cardboard default male. Fucking hell, we're covered in shit. I better have a splash when we get home, mate.
Oh, don't bother looking for them now. They're bathing now, so there's no point looking.
Where should I go?
Ein, where are you going?
Oh well.
Please, I'm gonna get banned for this. No!
Okay, Okay, back to adventure. These stages are so long, you'll be wandering through a lot of the same stuff and encountering reskinned enemies all the time. If combat weren't so slow, it might be kinda good. Combat's weird. It's got all the makings of a typical RPG, except you can only bring 4 items into battle, so you really have to focus your strategy. And there's this rage meter at the top. Now you fill yours by hurting enemies and getting hurt. It'll let you do awesome moves if your character's proficient enough with a specific weapon, and Ein gets his own super special move that just breaks the meter completely. The twist is that the enemy gets a meter too, and Jesus Christ, they absolutely hammer you with full power attacks. The system rewards not attacking if you can help it, but there's no guard button, so you've got to bring mostly useless non-combat items into battle to waste turns to not get hurt badly. It's so close. So close to being innovative and well executed, but it's just so ungraceful. And the grinding. If you want to beat this game without pulling out your hair, you've got to stop every time you pick up a new weapon and train. Practice battles are tedious and slow, and they're the only way to level up. It's like, yeah, you're strong when you grind it out, but why would you purposely make it like that? And yeah, you can just enter battles and use the weapons normally, but they have limited uses, and practice doesn't use them up, so it's practically mandatory to have a clean run of the game. Ugh. The reason our party is traipsing around the world, by the way, is to stop demons. Who's summoning demons? That kid who always sits at the back of the classroom, and also the accursed. They're just big demon baby factories. Or bosses. There's 4. As you can see, there's Knight, Squirmworm, Literal Angel from Heaven, and the Grim Reaper. Little trouble with the 3rd there, but okay. If you train, they're easy. If you don't enjoy constantly restarting while the game condescendingly lowers the boss's health until you win. Oh joy. Oh yeah, I think I neglected to mention the environment. See, aside from all the other bullshit I mentioned about the exploration, sometimes you'll interact poorly with the environment. Maybe you fell in water and your priceless holy tome, which is the only item capable of healing the entire party at once, gets ruined. Oops, guess you shouldn't have been a complete fucking idiot and wasted points getting screwed over by something you had no idea would happen. You dumb fuck. But hey, sometimes you'll find a mint bush and your girlfriends want to bathe after a hard, wet day of adventuring.
I feel so refreshed. The mint Ein gave us smells so good.
Yes.
Hey, look! It's Ein!
So we seal all this stupid accursed and have a lot of good times with the girls, but a grim angel is attacking the world tree. And since we only know 2 others, I'm thinking this is where we finally cut the cravat. Turns out those accursed were a distraction, and Lada's gonna actuate the retribution by screwing up the world tree. I'll give Riviera this much. It has beautiful backgrounds, impressive illustrations, and decent music. It's sort of a shame that such a clunky set of systems is encapsulated in something so aesthetically pleasing. Well, Lada fights us, and even though he's got some rad-as-hell moves and like 2 people on the wiki like him or something, he goes down pretty easy. Man, I love killing snide, emotionless sacks of you bitch. Malice, that's Malice, shows up and she's like, "You're a fucking idiot, Ein. Master Hector will rule the gods because I gave up my future to become an angel, which, what the fuck does that even mean?" Okay, so we chase her to the floating crystal maze, kill all the bosses again, and then...
Ein! I win! Master Hector! Use this bright soul to revive Seth!
Sierra! Ein.
They killed my waifu. My chosen romance character gets killed and thereby removed from the final battle because plot twists are that... Sarcasm it is. Thank you, Riviera. Thank you for protecting me from my own damage dealer, Riviera. Hector fuses with a child, which, like, 3 children have died on my show. His fate is sealed. Children, please. And now shut the fuck up. Then you get your wife back. Well, I beat Riviera. You know, this game's really annoying, but it's unique and I can respect that. And hey, I think I learned how to talk to women too. Hi, this is your husband, Kevin, calling. Just making sure that you're gonna have the din-dins ready for tomorrow night. Right, so that'll be all. You're welcome for the reminder. Nice.